Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Pennsylvania. We're currently in the city of Philadelphia. Today we're going to be doing a virtual tour of the Kensington neighborhood here in North Philadelphia, located in the North Philadelphia East section of North Philly. We are currently driving over a overpass where they shot the Rocky movie. Rocky actually runs over this overpass in part 1. We're approaching Tusculum. We're now at B in Tusculum. Now B Street is the border which separates the Kensington neighborhood to our right from the Fairhill neighborhood to our left. We're capturing footage in 8K Ultra HD, so make sure to adjust your video quality in your YouTube browser. You can click the little gear wheel, and after you click that gear wheel, it'll give you a drop-down menu and allow you to set it to its highest resolution. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on Cambria Street. Now we entered Kensington from a different point of view this time. If you're familiar with the channel, I've documented many Kensington videos. Let's make this right on Orms Street, the 2800 block of Orms. Way back when I was a youngster, my mother actually used to reside on this block, and I remember coming and visiting her on this block. She used to live on my left-hand side, one of the first houses coming up. She used to live at 2819. We have 2-story homes on our left, 2-story homes on our right. The ones on our left have little driveways, little front, you can say like a front yard. I wouldn't call it a terrace because there isn't much grass. We're gonna make a right-hand turn and then we'll make a sharp left. Directly in front of us, you can see the thing that looks like a castle. That was Episcopal Hospital, and then down there where you see all the dumping at, that's a railroad track. Right now we are traveling eastbound on Tusculum. Tusculum is the block where Rocky lived on. He lived on the next block in the movie. On our right-hand side, you can see that big building. That's a U-Haul storage center, self-storage, boxes, moving supplies, and more. They recently made that. The blue line tracks you see in front of us, that's the SEPTA transportation. And it runs right over Kensington Avenue. We're approaching C Street, the 2700 block of C Street to our left-hand side. Now we're not gonna focus directly under the avenue. More or less, we're gonna focus on the western portion of Kensington, the west side of Kensington Avenue. Okay, we're gonna be making this left-hand turn on Kensington Avenue. I'm gonna take this next entry right here. We had a little bike shop on our right. I believe it was called a Richards. You used to be able to go there and get your rims straightened if you ever bent your bicycle rim. He was really good with straightening the rims, and he charged pretty cheap. He was like one of those mom and pop shops. It was an older gentleman. I don't know whatever happened to him. I don't know if he still owns the property or if he sold it off. Let's make this left-hand turn. We're turning off of Kensington. We have a tent on our right-hand side. All right, we're on Bolden Knot and Somerset. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. We could continue going straight, but I'm gonna try to cover some of these little blocks over here. Check out that EF sedan on our right-hand side, 4th generation Civic. Burgundy, looks pretty clean. We're approaching C Street. We have the Family Grocery Inc. number 5 on our right. That tells me that they possibly have 4 other locations. Let's make this right-hand turn on Rose Hill Street. We have Yachty Grocery on our left. I guess you can say Jotty. in a Hispanic way, Yachty, spelled Yachty. So we're in a residential neighborhood, but we do have what used to be a factory on our left that was repurposed to Iglesia Pentecostal, meaning a Pentecostal church. Pentecostal is one of the denominations of the Christian faith. We're approaching Cambria. We have the 300 block of Cambria on our left and the 400 block of Cambria on our right. We're gonna continue moving forward. We have good Chinese food and takeout on our right-hand side. My mother's mother used to live on this block right here, on my left-hand side. We have a nice mural on my right-hand side. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. We're now on Indiana Avenue. We're traveling west on Indiana Avenue. We do have some people using the street as a sidewalk because the sidewalk on the right-hand side is blocked off. It looks like they made a new building. Wow, they made a massively new addition to the community on our right. We're approaching B Street. Remember, B Street is the borderline. If we go forward just one block, we'll be in a Fairhill neighborhood. Let's make this right-hand turn. You have Nunez Grocery on our left-hand side. Passing Mayfield. We're on B and Mayfield, now approaching B and Stella. The 200 block of East Stella to our left. We're now approaching Elkhart. We're at B and Clearfield. Now we can go forward and we'll hit Allegheny Avenue and we'll hit Stetson Middle School, but I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on Clearfield. That's the new building on our right-hand side that I was talking about. It's huge. It goes from corner to corner, and it looks like nothing but garages. Wow. I guess it was cheap to build there, you know what I mean? Like the neighborhood at that point is not really too desirable. We're at Clearfield and Rose Hill. Oh, there was a ton of dumping on my left-hand side. All right, so what we will do is, let's make this right on C and Clearfield. I'm gonna turn right on C and Clearfield. Now we're on C Street, traveling southbound on C Street. I'm gonna make a right-hand turn on Indiana Ave. We're gonna turn right on the 300 block of Indiana Ave. New Testament Church of Jesus Christ on our left. We're gonna make this right. On my left-hand side, right next to Rutledge. I lost an uncle and a cousin. My cousin was 2 years older than me. She passed away in this burgundy-ish and peaches house, light pink house over here on our left that we just passed. He passed away first in October of 2019. She passed away, which that was her father. She passed away about 6 months after. She was, I believe, at the time, 33 years young. They both passed away in that same house. Okay, so we're gonna continue moving forward past Clearfield. There's a bunch of dumping over here on my left-hand side. As you can see, there's trash on my right, trash on my left, a lot of loose debris. These can be considered some of the trashiest areas of Philadelphia. The gentleman in front of us that's crossing the street, it looks like he's walking on his ankle. I don't know if he hurt himself and didn't address it, but he's walking on his left ankle. You can see all the debris that he's actually gonna go pick up a bag. He's gonna check out a bag. We have a bunch more debris coming up on our left and our right-hand side. Now I know you might be thinking to yourself, why is there so much debris? Unfortunately, on some blocks like this that don't have cameras, that don't have a lot of people living there, you see there's beds on our right, trash on our left. People will take it upon themselves to throw their unwanted waste here. Now, I know some cities, they pick up your waste for free. Aside from trash management, like the trash company that comes and picks up your stuff weekly, there's some cities where they can pick up specific things. Wow, look at this vehicle about to drive by us. Man, that thing is awesomely huge. Wow, that was decent, right? That was like an extended cab 650, F650 diesel truck. I don't know what it was. That was some custom contraption. That was decent. Let's make this right on Allegheny Avenue. We're approaching C and Allegheny Ave. I'm gonna make this right on C Street. Let's make this right. We're turning right on the 3100 block of C Street. We have a Rite Aid on our right-hand side, or Rite Aid is the correct term. Normally, this is a Rite Aid where they post up regularly. The police will post up 7, 8 squad cars deep, and then they'll plot on their next move. I've seen it dozens of times. I drive by and there's tons of police in the parking lot of the Rite Aid. All right, we already went up this block in front of us. So let's make this left-hand turn on C in Clearfield. We're gonna turn left. You guys can see Francesca Mini Market directly in front of us. We're passing the 3100 block of Arbor Street. Now we're at Clearfield and Bodenot. Let's make this left-hand turn on Hurley so you guys can see one of these smaller blocks. This block is called Hurley. This is the 3100 block of Hurley Street. One-sided parking, but as you can see, on our left-hand side, we have a vehicle parked on the sidewalk. The color of that BMW on our right is like a black gold. I guess depending on the angle you looked at it, it may look black, but in the light, it looks like a gold flake. So we're approaching Allegheny Ave once again. On the next block, we have McVeigh Recreation Center, McVeigh Playground. If we keep going straight by one more block, we'll still be in the Kensington neighborhood. However, I'm gonna stay on the lower half right here. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on Allegheny. Let me be careful here. There's a car flying. She's on the phone too. Don't you love it when somebody flies by you on a telephone device? We're at D and Allegheny. We do have a police camera on that pole on our right-hand side. You see that white camera? And there's actually a police officer, a paddy wagon, parked on our right-hand side next to Elkin. You see the police paddy wagon? We're at D and Allegheny. We have Elkin Elementary School on our right-hand side. I had some younger siblings go to that school when they used to live in this neighborhood. Go ahead, ma'am. You're more than welcome to go. She waved. At least she gave me that much, but she's texting also. We're passing Rohrer. There used to be a memorial right here on our left-hand side for somebody who was gunned down. Check out that raccoon tire cover on our left. You see it? The raccoon? Looks like a hipster. He had on the cool glasses, the puffy jacket, and I think he had like a Long Island iced tea or something. Reminds me of the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, we are now approaching Clearfield Street. This is Clearfield Street. We have the 600 block of Clearfield to our left, 500 block to our right. We're at the intersection of Rohrer and Clearfield. We're actually traveling southbound on Rohrer Street. We had Alex's Barbershop on our right. There's a home on our right-hand side. You guys probably can't see it because of the sunlight. That tan home that we just passed, there's a young man's face painted out front. Rest in peace, Vic. Vic passed away. Younger man in the neighborhood. He was loved and his family loved him so much they painted a mural of him on the front of their row home. You see those Toyota Venzas on my right? That little Toyota wagon we just passed, kind of like a hatchback wagon. Somehow, some way, people in Philadelphia be fitting 26-inch rims on those cars. 26-inch rims. It's like you're riding on rubber bands. You're literally riding on blades. The biggest I went was 20s, and I was like, no way. It's too rough. Look at all this slowing down and stopping and maneuvering and dodging and the matrix I have to do. A right-hand drive Jeep, Jimmy Jeep on our right. Yes, Suzuki Jimmy. And look, we got a little MG. You see that MG on our right-hand side? Shout out to my buddy Nilo. My buddy Nilo's pop used to have one back in the day that he gifted to him. I don't know if it's still in the family, but I do know that my buddy used to have one. Let's make this left-hand turn. Now again, as you can see, we're very close to Kensington Avenue. That's right there in front of us. We're on Cambria. If we go one more block right there, you see it? That's Kensington Ave, but we're not gonna take Kensington Ave. I'm trying to focus on some of these side blocks. We got a speed bump right here. There's a basketball court on my right-hand side. You see it on the pole. So when you're from the hood, that's what basketball courts will look like. Either that or a crate. Or if you from way back when and you ain't have a crate or you ain't have that, you had a trash can. I can't count how many times when we was kids on the block, we would just shoot hoops in a trash can. True story. So we got some empty lots, we got some garages, we got some row homes. We're approaching Indiana Avenue. Indiana Avenue. We're traveling up Hartville. Gotta be careful, there's another set of potholes and stuff right here. Okay, we're gonna continue moving forward. We're one block, or less than a half a block shy of McPherson Square to our right-hand side. You guys may know McPherson Square by its more notorious name, AKA Needle Park. So this block is directly next to Needle Park. This is the block that you guys don't get to see so often. That's what I like to do. I like to highlight areas that don't get as much attention rather than the ones you see all of the time, repetitively. You can see they have their Christmas decorations still up. Abandoned house on our left. We passed a couple abandoned houses. My guy was counting money. All right, we're on Hartville and Clearfield. Rest in peace to my buddy Walt. My buddy Walt and his sister used to live in this house right here in the corner, right on my right-hand side. So when I was a youngster, I used to come visit Walt. I used to come here to this house on our right. There's a pothole right here. Let me be careful. Ouch. There's a car double parked directly in front of us, and we have an abandoned house on our left-hand side. You see it with the boarded up window? All right, so we're waiting behind this traffic. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I know I can point out you have the flags up above us. You see those white strings that are running from window to window? Are they jumping a vehicle? Are they unloading a vehicle? I just gave them a little friendly beep to see if they would move the traffic any faster. It looks like somebody is, oh, okay, I think I get it. Somebody removed one of his vehicles to park another vehicle in the parking spot. So he's basically trying to hold his parking spot. Now that happens when you're in the hood, and specifically row home blocks, because parking is tight. So if you leave your spot, you end up losing your spot. So he just threw his key to his homie, and now he's gonna park his vehicle in that slot, and he's gonna let his homie move his other vehicle up. Yep, so it was basically like a two-man job. He moved his one car while his homie sat in his car. Now he's gonna park his car in his parking spot, and he's gonna have his homie move his car up a little bit more. All of this taking place, meanwhile, while me and the Jeep in front of us are behind them. Looks like we have this young lady over here on our left. She's loading up her child in the back of the vehicle. So hopefully we'll be moving forward shortly. He just parked up his vehicle. His vehicle is a Civic. It looks like a 96 through 2000 Civic. Probably like a 97, 98 DX coupe. All right, so he just got out of his vehicle, or one of his vehicles. Now he's walking back to the street side. It looks like his trunk is popped. Oh my gosh, are they gonna unload stuff from the trunk too? Yo, the people in front of us about to jump out? I don't even think there's nobody in the driver's seat in front of us. Great way to waste 8K footage. We just spent damn near 60 plus seconds here on this block. So he moved all three vehicles. The white vehicle was this guy too. This guy was in all three whips. It reminds me of me when I was younger, when I used to move 6, 7 of my pop's cars on the block. But I was a little bit more courteous than that. Like he literally, this is the operator of all three vehicles. No wonder why there wasn't a driver in front of us. So he just parked up this little silver Civic that's over here on our left-hand side. You see the Civic with the bumper hanging? And his other vehicle is still directly in front of him. Or either his buddy's vehicle. I don't know whose vehicle it is, but... So he's beeping at his own folk. I don't know what happened. Maybe his car's not starting. But I'm much more patient than your average human being. Most people aren't this patient. There's usually a lot of arguments. There's usually a lot of, on several occasions, especially when it comes to parking related beefs, there's been several shootings in Philadelphia's lifetime related to parking. And look at all this parking they had right here on my left-hand side, y'all. All right, but it got cones. All right, but still, you could have temporarily parked there, and then when you left, moved. Crazy, right? But that's real time for y'all. How would y'all have felt being stuck behind that traffic? Look, we have another abandoned house on our right-hand side. So this block right here is about 1, 2, 3 blocks away from the opioid crisis. On our right-hand side, if you head down 3 blocks, you'll be at Kensington and Allegheny. Gentleman right here on our right-hand side is checking his cellular device with his Eagles NFL coat. I guess that's not a coat. That's more or less a jacket. So these two people in front of us are still tailing each other. They're like part of, I don't know, some sort of Hartville caravan. So now we are at Hartville and Allegheny. If we can ever get off of Hartville, I would be grateful. Is he pushing it? Yo, he's pushing it, bro. Oh, the car doesn't work. Something's wrong with it. He was pushing it, y'all. Yeah, he straight up just pushed it. With a new Jeep, too. That's not the best way to treat your Jeep, because you're going to ruin your own bumper, too. But let me get off of Hartville, man, because this is crazy. All right, let me get into traffic. All right, we're on E Street. E and Allegheny Avenue. We're traveling eastbound on Allegheny. Directly in front of us, now 2 blocks in front of us, is Kensington and Allegheny, the hot spot of America, where people come from all walks of life to come here and try substances recreationally. We have the Philadelphia police on our right-hand side. Now, it was said on the news as of recently, as of, I believe, 2 days ago, they're doing their best to make a heavier police presence in the area. So if there wasn't already enough police, they're going to be adding more police to the area. You have one of those red syringe drop boxes on our right-hand side. Okay, we got green light. This gentleman's gonna let us go. Thank you very much, sir. You see that red drop box? That's where one would drop their syringes. There was a rest in peace memorial with a bunch of teddy bears on our right-hand side. That's a shame. It becomes so common. Like there's another rest in peace box right here on my right-hand side. So look at that. Less than 30 feet away from each other, there is 2 rest in peace memorials with 2 sets of candles, 2 sets of teddy bears, 2 sets of alcoholic beverages, because normally when someone passes away, we're on F in Clearfield. We got McPherson Square, aka Needle Park on our right-hand side. Police station in Needle Park. There's actually police on my right coming up Clearfield. But in urban communities, when someone passes away, they usually build a little memorial for them. And they put like teddy bears and things like that. All right, let's make a left on Potter Street. Potter Street gets very little visual attention. So let's make this left on Potter Street. Check this out. This block, Potter Street, is right. Look at little squirrel dude. What's up, squirrel dude? Yo, he's hopping away. He's hopping along. This is Potter Street, which is directly next to Kensington Avenue. So these houses on our right, their backyard would be Kensington Avenue. We have Florida tags on our left. Now on our left-hand side is Custard Street. My mom used to live on that block once many moons ago. I am going to make a left-hand turn. Let's go left. Let's go up this block. We could have went right under Kensington Ave, but we could come here. Look at that, we got another memorial on our right-hand side. You'll find a plethora of memorials throughout the city. Like you would find probably easily over 100 plus memorials, which are murals painted on the side of a building in memory of someone that passed away. All right, we're back at Allegheny Avenue. Allegheny Avenue. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. I'm gonna squeeze in. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, I appreciate your cooperation. We have police on my right-hand side. We're approaching G Street, G and Allegheny. And this is where it all goes down, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we have an ambulance on our left-hand side, probably responding to maybe an overdose. The ambulance get called a lot in this neighborhood. Let's make this left-hand turn on Shelbourne Ave. Check it out. There's somebody over here sitting on the ground. They have their hand on them. I don't know what's the scenario. We have tents that were pitched on the left-hand side. Somebody using a mirror, a little vanity mirror, like something that a woman might put her makeup on. They were using it to inject themselves in the throat. This bump is really rough. So let me go through here really slowly. All right, so the homie right here in front of us is screaming out bajando because there's cops behind me. Bajando basically is giving the heads up. The law's pulling up. So it takes a community effort. My sister used to live on this block. One of my sisters. Check out that little go-kart on my right-hand side. It's a cute little go-kart. It's a Razor electric go-kart. So as you can see, when we got within the epicenter, there's a lot more activity, a lot more foot traffic, a lot more people out and about. Let me be cautious here because there's cars coming and I don't want to get clipped. We have some abandoned houses on our right-hand side. Another abandoned house on our right-hand side. My mama used to actually live on this block also. No, actually Willard, next block, which is directly right of this. This is Madison. More abandoned houses on our right, sealed up. We're now approaching F Street. F and Madison in the Kensington hood.